Hello guys, welcome back to another NFL predictions video where last week during week 8 we actually had a really good week in our Grossi Posse group, going a total of 11-4, which I think is pretty good considering the absolute chaos that has been the NFL this week. So let's go on ahead and start looking at week 9. Starting off with Thursday night football when the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles travel to take on the very terrible Houston Texans. And the Eagles should absolutely win this game. The Texans are taking for a top pick to get a franchise QB. Not a lot of effort going on there. Eagles should take care of business. Then for 1 o'clock games, the first one we have here is the LA Chargers going on the road to take on the NFC South leading Atlanta Falcons. And this should be an interesting one as did I just call them San Diego? No, they're the LA Chargers. Oh man, that's so hard to ingrain out of my system. Where the LA Chargers taking on the Falcons. The Falcons picked up a very close win against the Carolina Panthers team that's been hot the past couple weeks. The Chargers, it's kind of hard to know what team is going to show up. I do think the Chargers are more talented than the Falcons, but and for that reason, I think the Chargers will be able to squeak out a win against the Falcons. It's going to be a lot closer, I think people expect, but I think the Chargers will win. Then we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the 3-5 Chicago Bears. The Dolphins were able to hang on. Oh, who did it even play? I gotta look that up real quick. Dolphins were able to come back and beat the Lions last week. The Bears had defense really struggle against the Cowboys after they lost Robert Quinn, and now they lost Roquan Smith, so their two best defenders are gone. The Dolphins had the best passing attack in the league with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle being absolute studs. The Dolphins should be able to win this game pretty easily. And then we have the Carolina Panthers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Panthers lost a heartbreaker against the Atlanta Falcons off a stupid decision by DJ Moore to take off his helmet while celebrating a game-tying touchdown. And the Bengals got absolutely embarrassed on Monday Night Football. The Bengals are definitely a more talented team. I think the Panthers' magic is going to run out now. They're going to go back to losing to get a top QB. So I think that the Bengals will be able to pick up this win. And then you got my wonderful team, the Green Bay Packers, going on to face the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions blew another double-digit lead this year to the Dolphins last week. And the Packers actually showed some fight against the Bills. They were able to run the ball, force turnovers in that second half. And if they could just do the same thing they did against the Bills against a terrible Lions defense, the Packers should be able to easily get the victory and snap their 4-game losing streak. If we lose to the Lions, I will scream. And then another 1 o'clock game we have is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots. One thing Bill Belichick is always known for is his ability to absolutely destroy rookie quarterbacks' dreams. And the Indianapolis Colts are starting Sam Ehlinger, a rookie quarterback. Their offensive line is crap. So I think that the Patriots will be able to pick up the victory here. Then we got the Buffalo Bills going against the New York Jets. Bills are winning. I'm sorry. I don't think the Bills can lose another game. They're just really good. And the New York Jets, they're struggling. Zach Wilson has not been developing properly, so we'll see. And then we got the Minnesota Vikings, 6-1, taking on the Washington Commanders, who actually have won back-to-back games against the Packers and Colts. This is one where the Vikings should win. I think they are definitely a more talented team. They should be able to put away Washington pretty good, but I'm actually going to go with the Commanders in this game. I don't know, just for some reason, Minnesota has been winning games they kind of shouldn't be. And I think they're finally, the karma is going to switch a little bit this weekend, because I think Washington is just scrappy enough to mess with you. And so I think that the Commanders will get the upset victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, this game is going to be nasty. The Las Vegas Raiders coming off against a shutout loss against the New Orleans Saints. Going up against a similarly struggling Jacksonville Jaguar squad who lost a heartbreaker to the Denver Broncos. I really don't know who's going to win this game. These are two really bad teams with bad consistency and bad offense. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If it hollers, let me know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well, going with the Raiders. And then we got the Seattle Seahawks, who had a big win against the New York Giants last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Call of Duty is still out. Going with the Seahawks. Geno Smith is playing the best football of his career. I do not trust the Cardinals' offense. Kyler Murray is struggling. The Seahawks will win. And then another interesting game where the LA Rams are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is critical for both of these teams to get back on track. The Rams absolutely struggled against the 49ers last week. And the Buccaneers, first time in Tom Brady's career, he had a 3-game losing streak and 2 games below 500. But I think Tampa Bay's defense should be able to get right against his Rams offense, especially offensive line, who has been struggling. And so it's going to be close, but I'm going to give Tampa Bay the slight edge. And then we have Sunday Night Football with the Tennessee Titans traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Titans struggled to put away a Texans team last week, but they have won 5 straight games. They're in charge of the AFC South. But the Chiefs have too much firepower. They should be able to handle the Tennessee Titans pretty easily. And then Monday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens, who eked out a win over the struggling Tampa Bay Buccaneers, against a New Orleans Saints team who shut down the Raiders. The Saints are playing really good football with Andy Dalton as the QB and playing good defense, while the Ravens have struggled on defense, but their running game has really kicked up. I'm actually going to go with the Saints. I think they're riding high off that shutout. Their defense should be able to stop the run pretty well against the Ravens as they shut down Josh Jacobs pretty good. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive game between these two teams. But I'm going to go with the upset on Monday Night Football. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Who you think is going to win, if you think I'm right or wrong. And I look forward to seeing you again next time.